I know. Where have you been? I've just been really busy for the past 2 years. I'm sorry, that's my sorry excuse. I will be doing a updated video soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's go ahead and just do the basic facial preppings. I've already moisturized and I'm just priming now. And yes, these nails are dangerous. As you can see, I poked myself in the eye and that hurt. I had to take a small break for a second there. But anyways, for my choice of foundation today, I went with Fenty Beauty Foundation in number 290, and I'm just going to be doing the basic foundation routine. And I'm just using a makeup sponge to blend that in. Now for my concealer, I'm going to be using Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in Warm Beige, and I'm just going to be putting that on my problematic areas underneath the eyes where I get redness, and then I'm just going to be taking the sponge and blending it out again. Now I'm just going to be baking with the nice banana powder, and I actually don't like to bake for too long. I let it sit for a few seconds and then I go ahead and swipe off the excess powder. This just works best for me, but you do whatever works best for you, boo-boo. Anyway, so let's go straight to the eyes. For the brows, I decided to try the soap bar method that's been going around lately, and I must say I'm quite impressed. I like it. This soap bar is just a basic soap bar. I got it from Walmart. It was like 98 cents. I don't know. It was probably the brand Dial or something. I don't even remember. But I'm just brushing my hair up because I really wanted to go for a bushy kind of feathery looking brow. But now I'm just using the Milani Brow Pomade in dark brown, and again I'm just making light feathery strokes again. And don't worry about making it perfect because we're going to be going back in with concealer and just sculpting it out again to have a nice line, nice crisp line, as you can see what I'm doing here. So I wanted to make my brows a little bit more dramatic, so I went in with Kat Von D's tattoo liner, and I'm just making small feathery strokes again, just mainly towards the wing and a little bit more of the mid part of the brow. You can see what I'm doing here. But I'm going to be taking Laura Mercier's Caviar Stick in Plum, and I'm just going to be putting that kind of like a halo effect kind of, and while it's still creamy, before it sets, I'm just going to be blending it out with a fluffy blending brush. And of course, I'm just going to be doing the same thing to the other eye. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I'm just going to take that eggplant purple, and I'm just going to set that cream shadow. Going back to that same eyeshadow palette, I'm just going to be picking up that fuchsia shade, and I'm just going to be layering it. Now taking the black eyeshadow from the palette, I'm just going to be taking that on the outer thirds and inner corners of my eyes, just going like a back and forth motion, blending as I go along. And I'm using a more dense fluffy brush. I find that it makes the black lay a little bit better, so it's more pigmented. Now I'm just taking the concealer and I'm just going to be sculpting myself a little crease. Again, we want the halo effect, so I'm not going to go all the way out or in. I'm just going to blend down the center of my lid and pack it a little bit with my fingers just to blend it in. So I'm not the best at this, so I had to go back in with some more eyeshadow and just kind of help clean it up a little bit. Now taking Mica Beauty Cosmetics Shimmer Powder in Carnival. It's this very beautiful gold copper shade, and I'm just going to be setting that concealer with it. And of course do the same thing to the other eye, and don't be afraid to pack it on. Now taking that eggplant purple from earlier on a fluffy blending brush, I'm just going to be packing it on the outer thirds and inner corners of my eyes. And instead of brushing it on, I'm packing it on because it just makes it blend a little bit more effortless. Now I wanted to define my crease a little bit more, so I went in with Kat Von D's tattoo liner again and just drawing a small little line just to dramatize my crease. And of course just going with some highlight on the brow bone. I'm using a white cream shadow, but that's just going to be the base for my gold highlight. Oh, and the gold eyeshadow I'm using is Citrus Life. I got it from my Ipsy Glam bag. Now taking a creamy black eyeliner, I'm just going to messily put that on my waterline, and I'm just going to be blending it out with that same eggplant purple again, being messy with it because we're going to work it down to our cheekbones as we go along, layering the different purples and blacks that we used on the upper lid. The eggplant eyeshadow again, I'm just going to be contouring the upper nose bridge for now. We'll get back to the nose contour later. But I'm taking NYX yogurt pencil and I'm just going to put on my inner corners. Oh my gosh, this is going too fast for me. And again, I'm just working all the different shades down towards the cheekbones, being messy with it. Going in with Anastasia's Moonchild highlighter palette in Purple Horseshoe, I'm just going to be highlighting the inner corners of my eyes. And it's this very pretty lavender kind of shimmery shade. Now using that same copper pigment that we used earlier for the lid, I'm just kind of messily patting that on. Again, you want to pat, not swipe. I'm also layering Lime Crime's Diamond Crushers in shade Cleopatra. Again, I'm just patting it versus swiping it. And without picking up any extra eyeshadow, I'm just going to take whatever's left on the brush and kind of pat it around and on top. And of course, we have to go with the wing eyeliner. I'm not going to bring it all the way in, just midway through the lid. Now I'm just going to be tight lining my upper and bottom lash line. Yeah, very fine black liquid eyeliner. I'm just going to be giving myself those cat eyes, and this was actually one of the biggest struggles for me for the longest time, but I finally perfected it on my eyes. Everyone's eyes are different, so it might work on you, it might not. Now taking my Starlight lashes from my On Fleek box monthly subscription. It's amazing. You should check it out. I'll leave a link in the description bar. I'm just going to be applying that on with tweezers. I'm just first putting it on the mid part of the eyes, and then I fix the outer and inner corners and just secure it with my fingers. And just use your favorite mascara for your bottom lashes. Hello again, back to the face. I'm just going to be contouring my nose with Kat Von D's Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm just taking a fluffy brush and blending that on the sides of my nose, and then going in with a more precise brush just to make it a little bit more crisp, I guess. And now taking the same gold eyeshadow that I used on the brow bone, I'm just going to put it on the tip of my nose and my nose bridge. And then I'm also going to be highlighting my Cupid's bow. Now using the darkest shade from my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, I'm just going to be sculpting out my cheekbones. I'm also going to be contouring my forehead and my jawlines with the same shade. I'm also going to be contouring my chin just to get a little bit more sharper chin look, I guess. I'm gonna contour the upper part of my lips and the bottom part of my lips, and that's just gonna make my lips look a little bit more pouty. You don't technically need to put blush on because of that purple shadow on your cheeks, but I went ahead and did it anyways. I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones with that same gold eyeshadow again from my Ipsy Glam bag. Now with my highlighter brush, I'm just going to spray on Smashbox Primer Water using BH Cosmetics Confetti Glitter. I'm just going to pack that on my cheekbones, and then I'm going to use my fingers and kind of press that in so you have less fallout throughout the night. Now I'm going to be using Tony Moly's Auto Lip Liner in shade 3, and I'm just going to be very dramatic with the lips. I'm extending it on the corners of my lips, and don't be afraid to overline your lips. Halloween is the one time of the year you can be dramatic. Now taking Jeffree Star's Unicorn Blood, I'm just going to be filling in what we outlined. That was just a little bit too warm tone for me, so I decided to layer on Fenty Beauty's Undefeated Liquid Lipstick, and it's just a really deep purple shade. Using that same gold copper pigment from earlier, I'm just going to pack it on the center of my lips with my fingers. Now taking some concealer, I'm just going to clean up the corners of the lips to make it look a little bit more crisp. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers and a combination of brush. I wanted my contour to be a little bit more dramatic, so I went in with the lightest shade from my Shade and Light palette again. I'm just putting it on my chin underneath the contours of my cheeks, and I'm just going to brush it out with a fluffy brush and just touch up on the contour a little bit because I didn't want it to look too white. And I don't know why I decided to add a mole. I thought it was just a nice little touch. Now just pop on your contacts and accessories and you should be done. Please like and subscribe. It really lets me know that you guys like these type of videos, and it really just motivates me. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
I'm looking around. You can't tell. I can't tell if my camera is focused or if it's blurry.